happening? That's going daft. I need to turn something off here. Turn that off. There we go. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Everybody, I don't know who's here, apart from Roger and Jen. Stitch, good evening, Stitch. How are you, my dear? Yeah, you've got me and Jen at the moment tonight. Roger's in the background, but I don't know as he'll be coming up. He's not feeling his best. But neither of us have been sleeping well. We've been keeping each other awake. Not in the best way possible. It's one of those things. I wake up and that I wake him up. He wakes up and he wakes me up. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's good. Yeah, I don't know whether anybody has seen what Nigel's put out, but I quite like him. So I'm going to do a bit at some point about what he's been saying.
I've not heard.
Sorry, Jen, you've not heard?
No.
No, well, he's I follow him on YouTube, and he's been on a couple of which one was it? Talk TV. He did a thing with Mike Graham, but he's like us all. Nobody wants to be behind these riots, but everybody wants to be able to have their say. But it's getting bad now, where if you say the wrong thing, you can be done for it. It's a dangerous situation, really. It is.
It's really dangerous.
And things like YouTube, having your channel, people are having the channels pulled down for no good reason. So not the best. So I'm gonna have to be careful. But that's just Stitch wants to say hello. I've got an 8 in there, but only Stitch wants to say hello. So everybody else is lurking. That's fine. Good evening, lurkers. Quite like a lurker.
Yeah, within reason.
I like playing Guess the Lurker, because there's a couple of people that will sit there and watch and not say hello until right at the end, and they've been there for right from the start. So yeah, say hi to little Stitch, of course, darling. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for passing his message.
Hi, little Stitch. Yeah. So what have you been up to all week?
Not a lot. Same old shit. I've applied for a couple of jobs because I haven't heard back from the first one yet. But so that's three I'm waiting for at the moment. But
yeah. Is it through that scheme that you were on about last week?
Yeah, I meet up with her every week. I was with a guy called Ryan, but I've been passed over to another lady. I've seen her a couple of times, and she's been helping me find suitable positions, because it can be very difficult when you're trying to troll through all these jobs, and you look and you find something and it says remote 16 hours and you go into it, and the first thing it says is not remote, and then the next thing it says is it's 25 hours minimum. So sometimes it's a bit, oh, I'm live. Woohoo. I love it when we get these notifications. It's only 5 minutes left. Only 5 minutes left. So no,
I've not been notified yet.
you've not had a notification. They don't like you, Jen. Don't like you.
No, not yet.
Oh, sorry to hear your back's been bad, Stitch.
Oh.
What you been doing? Running up and down step ladders or something, or moving boxes? You know you shouldn't do too much.
Yeah, I went to Llandudno on Monday with my kids, and like I said before, there's a bead shop opened there. Oh, I went mad. Spent over 100 quid on beads.
Okay,
But
you need to get some stuff sold for this Christmas fair, then, don't you?
Well, yeah. I bought don't know if you saw it on Facebook, but I bought a pattern for like a little stocking with a design with a picture on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only about that big.
Yeah.
But you can hang it on a tree and you can put stuff inside it like treats. So that'll be good for the Christmas fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
how much do you think that will cost in beads alone?
Well, it needs 23 different colours. So I've got half of them, but I bought some more, the other half. But,
sorry, what I'm meaning is if it costs, do you know how many beads does it take to make it? Because if it's 100, how much is 100 beads? That's what I'm saying to you. About how much is it going to cost you just for the beads, without your time, just for the beads?
Just for the beads? Well, I spent 30 quid the other day, over 30 quid the other day, and that's not including Monday. But
so how
I'll
many?
Soon make that
What
up.
I'm saying is, how much would you be selling that little stocking for, and how much is it going to cost you to make it in the first place? So is it going to cost you £3 in beads, and you're going to be able to sell it for £5 or?
Yeah, I've not priced it up yet, because I'll have to price the beads up, the amount of beads, because the seed beads, and it's just a whole load of pricing by weight and stuff like that. So
do excuse me, carry on talking for a moment.
Yeah, I'm just reading Stitch's comment here. Yeah, it's just like working out, how many, the price of the beads, like how many grams, like there's 7.5 grams in a tube, and I have to figure out what the numbers are to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't explain properly.
I know exactly what you mean. You buy beads by weight.
Yeah.
So it's knowing how many beads you get for your 30 quid, and how many beads are going to go into the stocking and all the rest of it. Because that's the first thing you need to do. Otherwise, if you're not careful, if it's costing you a tenner to make one in beads, then are you going to be able to even recoup that on a stall? You know.
I will, because it's, you know, I saw one in the shop already made and it was beautiful. It was really nice. That's why I bought the pattern. So yeah, I'm hoping I could do some justice anyway.
Oh no, no,
I
no!
feel
I'm not saying it wouldn't be beautiful. My problem with these craft things is everything is always so expensive. But I also appreciate
yeah,
that you, like you say, it's your time. It's your time that you can never charge enough for. But
exactly. Yeah.
I before you go into it with too much gusto, I would suggest doing some sums
Yeah.
to make sure you're going to be able to recoup um,
Yeah.
recoup your money.
Well, I'll make sure that whatever I make, however much I've spent on one piece, I'll double it at least, so I can get some money back on what I've spent. So say it's a fiver to make it, I'll sell it for a tenner at least.
Totally understand that. And so the problem
Yeah.
comes when you've got people only willing to spend so much, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, there are a lot of people that don't appreciate handmade things.
no, no, totally. And to me, it will only work if you've um, if you can recoup. Um, yeah, it doesn't look like Holly's joining us. She's not feeling very well. So
Oh
I don't know what's
dear.
gone on with my computer. I've lost my background picture. It was there a minute ago.
What was your background picture?
It was it was the car on the beach. But I don't know where it is to put it back.
Hi, Karen.
Well, hi, Karen. Hi, Phil. No, I don't want that one.
You okay, Karen? Yeah,
All good.
crafter can't unless a crafter's very famous, they can't make back their time and money. So
Oh, it's I've got some I've got a beautiful necklace that a friend actually put together for me. And just buying, they're big beads, they're big shaped beads that form a large, yeah, I don't know what you call it. But yeah, if I'd have had to pay her for making it, it would, and the beads, it would have been so expensive.
Yeah.
It'd be unbelievable.
Yeah. What kind of beads were they?
Just unusual stones. I'll dig it out for another time, and I
What, like
can't remember.
gemstones?
Yeah, semi-precious.
Yeah.
Just trying to think what they were. Can't think. But they were really, really unusual, and they were cut into different shapes, the same shape but different sizes, so that
Yeah.
they form the
Like,
necklace.
yeah. Like a collar kind of thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah. I'm going to be working on one of them soon. But using like double hold beads, super duos,
right.
and bagger beads.
These are quite big, so it
Yeah.
was just a case of stringing them together. But
Oh yeah. I'm just thought of trying learning how to.
doesn't no I'm too clumsy. Fine work. I can't even knit anymore. I've got
Yeah.
issues with my thumbs. So
Yeah.
holding things, needles, knitting needles, things like that.
Yeah.
Even a pen sometimes, writing.
Yeah.
So no, I've got half finished knitting. I gave all my wool
Yeah.
away to a friend for his mum because it was just going nowhere. It wasn't going to happen. So
Yeah. Well, I've started crocheting again. I love crocheting. I don't like knitting. But
I've
crocheting's okay. I've been working on a blanket for 2 years.
I've only really knitted. I did macrame once upon a time, but I've done an awful lot of knitting over the years. I did start crocheting, but never really got into it. But I think that's because I
Yeah.
was learning it as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. My grandmother, she taught me how to crochet, and but you know the basic granny square.
yeah,
But you know I picked stuff up off YouTube as well. You know, more intricate
well,
patterns and
this is the
stuff.
thing. When I was learning, the YouTube videos weren't out there because YouTube didn't exist. So you know,
Yeah, but it
um,
does now, so you know you can teach along with them.
yeah, yeah, absolutely great. Except, like I say, my thumbs up when I try and hold things, and it's those
Yeah,
sorts of movements that kill. So
yeah,
I've got some
yeah,
sewing I've got to do, and I keep putting it off because it means getting a needle and trying to hold it, and I'll have to get
yeah,
Roger to do it. He's a good little seamstress.
yeah. But I've got like magnifying lenses to put on. Not these glasses. I've got readers upstairs, but because the beads are so small, I've had to get some magnifying lenses, and they're
Yeah.
really good. Actually, they clip onto my glasses, and yeah, they're really good.
I did that. I got different strengths. So so if I was doing anything fine, I'd just get my other pair of glasses out, and instead of being a one and a
Yeah.
half, they were a 3 or whatever, so that I could actually focus there where I needed to, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah. But hi, Moo.
Good evening, Moo.
Yeah, but yeah, these magnifying lenses, they've helped me.
I
They
think
helped me a
sometimes
lot
you
with the
need to be able to see what you're doing very well. So yeah.
yeah, would help. Yeah. So, what's the weather been like with you?
Lovely day. It's been lovely most of the week. We had a bit of drizzle yesterday. I had to nip out to the shops, and it wasn't really raining. It was just that horrible damp drizzle. Excuse me,
We've
I'm
had
not
an
eating. I'm
awful week.
pouring me drink.
Yeah, we've had an awful week here. It was raining this morning, but this afternoon it brightened up. But the wind's been howling yesterday and today.
What you been
But
doing?
apparently we're in for a good weekend.
Be nice. Be nice if you can get a nice weekend. It's
Oh, do
always
you know what? I was thinking about it. Sorry.
go on.
I was thinking about it. You know how when the sun's out and you get blue skies, clear blue skies. I don't think I've seen a clear blue sky this year. There's always been clouds.
We've got a few clouds, but they're wispy. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
mind wispy
but,
clouds.
yeah, but we've not had. Even in Llandudno, it was on Monday. It was really hot and humid, and dark clouds. And funny thing is, the dark clouds seemed to be hovering in the same place. They didn't move. It was
I
really
think
weird.
that's often the
But
case if
then
there's no
again, on the way
wind.
home, it started pissing down. Yeah, and then on the way back, it started really torrential raining, and I don't think it stopped since till this afternoon.
Well, so
It was
we've had
really
lovely
bad
weather.
when we came back.
We've had lovely weather. So
Mm. Well, like I say, I don't ever remember this year anyway seeing clear blue skies.
don't know. I don't know as I've seen them clear, but nice weather definitely.
Yeah, even the nice weather would be good.
It's Wales. What do you expect?
Yeah,
Like the Lake
Ireland.
District. Go up there and it rains.
Yeah, yeah. Got to get a pair of water wings. So that's how it's going. I'll be going out in a rubber ring and water wings.
So,
Hi,
is anybody
Francis. You
else?
okay?
Hi, Francis. How are you today? Has anybody else been doing anything fun? Grumpy Sapper, good evening. You'll
Hi,
swap rain
Grumpy.
for sun. Does that mean you've got rain and you want sun? or you've got some, but you could do with some rain. So I think sometimes that's it doesn't matter. We're all the same. It doesn't matter what weather we've got. It's never right. Was it Billy Connolly, I think, said there's no such thing as wrong weather, just 48 degrees. Oh, good grief. Yeah, I can understand you wanting a bit of rain with 48 degrees. No such thing as bad weather, just wrong clothes.
I wish you could go back, you know, when we were in lockdown. The weather then, it was glorious.
Yeah, but it was a bit much. When we went on holiday, it was 30 degrees and no shade. And I can't do 30 degrees and no shade. It was too much for me.
Yeah. No, it'd be nice to have that weather back. Just get a brolly next time. You know, one of them big beach brollies.
I had one. You don't half look an idiot sat on the beach under an umbrella in 30 degrees. Everybody looks at you as if you've gone daft. And I still managed to burn the top of my feet because I couldn't tuck them into the shade properly.
Yeah. You can sit in the AC. Nice.
Why does you having a rum not surprise me?
Pardon?
Why it doesn't surprise me that Grumpy Sapper's got a rum.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm just going to get some water.
Okie dokie. Well, while Jen's doing that, I'll see if I can get this thing up that I've lost my link again. Let me get. Oh, get it all set up. Always do this. I'll get it all set up, all ready to go, and then I do something, and I load something I didn't want to load rather than what I've got set up ready to go. I always click out of it. Where are we? Come on. There. If you want to giggle, seriously, go and check out Nigel Farage's thing on how to stop the riots. It is quite amusing, to be honest, because he does have a bit of a go at Starmer. 2 days ago, this is 3 days ago now, I don't know. What does that mean?
What's the channel? Is it his channel?
Nigel Farage, yeah, he's got his own YouTubes.
Yeah.
I'll put up a link in a sec when I've got.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm on the right one. That's. I need 3 screens there. It's never enough. Never enough. Having 2. This is his video that he put out a couple of days ago. That's his page, but To start off with, I agree with him 100%. Thugs setting fire to hotels, migrant hotels with people in them, is just wrong at every level.
Oh yeah.
None of us want to see anybody hurt.
No.
But we do. I don't know how to put this. We want our country back. We
want to get a point across. Yeah.
We need changes to be made. We need changes to be made. And yeah, with him again, violence, and I'm not going to quote him. I'm just going to paraphrase. So, violence and thuggery are not supported by him or reform. With him, they're not supported by us.
No.
And his way of looking at it is that democracy is the peaceful way to solve problems. I agree totally. But then he goes on to put, as for the likes of Tommy Robinson and those that genuinely do stir it up, well, I don't think Tommy's ever tried to stir anything up. I think he's always tried to say peaceful protest is the way to do things. Thuggery. So I think he needs educating on what Tommy stands for.
Yeah,
but I don't know too much
about. Nothing to do with him. He wasn't even in the
but
country,
he's talking generally.
Yeah.
But I think he needs educating on what Tommy stands for. Not that I follow Tommy or anything that. But I think everybody is looking for somebody to point the finger at. People are looking for, oh, it was their fault, it was their fault, it was their fault.
Yeah.
But he goes on to say that the PM is wrong to only call out the far right. Yes.
Yeah, but according to Starmer, aren't we all far right if we oppose his opinions?
Yeah, but are the masked Muslim extremists with weapons in Birmingham at Bordsley Green, are they far right?
No, they're far left.
Because
I don't know what you'd call them, murderers.
They're not far right. They don't want England back.
No.
They want us out of it. But
yeah, I've heard the chants, get the scum off our streets, and it's Muslims chanting it, and I'm thinking, what? They're not your streets.
They're not even saying that. They're saying free Palestine.
Yeah, but I've heard them chanting, get these scum off our streets. And there were the counter-protests in the last Tommy march. There was a counter-protest of Muslims, a group of Muslims, allegedly, and they were all shouting, get the scum off our streets. And I'm thinking to myself, well, they're not your streets. You don't even belong here. Because if they did, they'd respect the place, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but we can't talk about things like that, Jen. So
no, exactly.
You can't call them out like that. So
no,
like Roger says, we've got to be careful.
But then again, search for it yourself. That's all I can say. Is because that's what the counter protest was on that.
No, the counter protesters this week were all free Palestine.
Yeah,
that's what the counter protesters were shouting this week.
I'm sure there was shouting that as well. They were shouting, "Get the scum off our streets" as well.
I'll put you right there. The counter protesters. Now you've got to be very careful how you say this. They're against racism. But those protests are hijacked by the pro-Palestinian, and also the Muslims are involved. Now, if you've got the patriots there, the ones that are against illegal immigration, don't forget they're not against all immigration, just illegal.
Mm.
Now, if they're there, they're told to take their masks off. They're told to step back. They get pushed back by the police. Now, if you look at the take our streets back, as you say, Jem, which are the anti-racist against racism, they're allowed to wear black uniforms. They're allowed to wear black balaclavas. And 9 times out of 10, the police ask them very nicely to step back. In fact, there was one on earlier round a hotel from DJE Media. And there was a load of them following him around, harassing him with a big banner, standing in front of him everywhere he went. And the police did nothing. Now, if you imagine one of the other lot doing that, the police would have been in there, helmets, shields, dragged them, thrown them at the ground, cuffed them, and put them in a van.
Well, that's what I was trying to talk about, was Starmer's attitude and Farage's attitude towards Starmer.
Yeah, you got to be very, very careful how you say it, darling. Farage and politicians get away with saying a lot more than we will on social media.
Right. Okay. There's nothing wrong with what I'm going to say.
No, I'm just saying be careful, you know.
Because Mr. Farage says Starmer will not do this. Starmer's not the man to sort it. But the police, we need to lose the two-tier policing. They need to change to being colourblind. Same for everybody. Starmer also says that young men coming across will need to know they will never be given refugee status. And the third thing that they need to do is to promise the reduction of net migration. And then we will all be happier to see that these changes are made, because this is why people are protesting, is because all we can see is, if you want to get onto social housing lists, these people are going in before you. You're getting pushed to the back. You become a third class citizen and they become important. And it's wrong. It's all wrong. But like I say, this Nigel Farage has hit the nail on the head as far as I'm concerned. He's saying it like it is, and he's saying what we need to do and how to do it. And he says Starmer will never do it. Starmer's not the man for the job. Starmer's all happy that everything's gone according to plan, that because they've put these threats out, nobody's gone out on the street and nobody's doing what they wanted. But yeah, I've got 2 pages and it doesn't matter now. So I can't do it without. My brain won't let me put a sentence together.
What they've got to do, and it's the only way that they're going to stop the boats coming across. That's the only way. The protesters
ship them straight back.
The protesters are about the fact that they're coming, they're getting given everything, and they're actually given more than a lot of people in this country on benefits. Yeah. And they haven't put anything into the system, and our lot are being reduced. Our benefits are being reduced. Our housing's being reduced, but theirs doesn't. In fact, that's what all the new housing is supposed to be for these people. They've got no intention of giving it to our own people. It's all for them. And that's what the main protests are about. But fair play to the they're not the far right ones are the ones that cause trouble. The right leaning ones are the ones that are there for a decent purpose. They're actually there to protest. That is it. End of. They're not there to cause trouble. And the thing is, nobody takes any notice. It's like I said with the lockdown protests, you could stand there, thousands of you, shout till you're blue in the face, but they're not going to take any notice. Same as all these petitions. They don't do no good. They don't take any notice of them. And that's the problem. You know, as someone kicks up like the far right have, then they take notice and look at the response you get. But this is the problem. Anybody that even, like me, I'm against what they're doing. I'm not out on the street throwing bricks, breaking into stuff, setting fire to things. I'm against what they're doing, and I use words to put my opinion across. But because I even disagree with what the government are doing, that labels me as far right and a dissenter, which puts me in the firing line. You know, where all I'm doing is voicing an opinion, and it is literally shutting up free speech. That's what it's all about. And Starmer today saying, oh, well, yeah, you know, at the moment we're not looking to change the online safety bill, but we will be looking into it and scrutinising it. Well, if he looks at it, that there isn't even half of it's been invoked yet. And he's saying, oh, we will invoke it. Well, it's invoked. It's in power. Ofcom can use it and use any part of it whenever they want. But they're not using a lot of it. Whereas he seems to think it's a waste of time. Well, I've always said it is a waste of time for what it was designed for. But they're using it in the way that the government put it together and what they put it together for, which is killing free speech. And this is the thing that people don't see.
Francis, the problem is there's nothing Nigel can do.
No.
Nigel's they've only got 5 seats. So it's not Nigel saying this is what we need to do. But he's also saying Starmer won't do it.
The thing is, Farage can only mention it to him in Parliament. That's it. He can't force them, as you say. He can force a vote. He can, if enough people get behind him in there from either party, they can force the MPs to vote on it. But, you know, where will that end up?
Well, Starmer won't do it.
No.
So Nigel can push as much as he like, but Starmer will say no.
Starmer is a communist, he's a left-winger, and he's a dictator. He will not take anything from Parliament. He will tell them what he's going to do. End of.
But if you can get it to a vote, then Starmer's only got a third of them.
And don't forget old King Charlie's behind him as well, for what good he is. You watch me get arrested and kicked out and dragged in now for doing that, saying against the Royals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll openly say it, the Royals are a waste of time. All they are now is a legacy of the country, something for the visitors to photograph. There's no true king would ever let his country get in this mess. There you go. How long should we give it before they come in and knock on the door? Yeah.
I don't know. Is that last 5 years?
Got to be worth more than 30 days, that, innit? But no, you can say the same as the 2-tier policing. They're saying it ain't there, but it is. It's blatantly obvious on every video, even on the news reports on mainstream media. You can actually see the 2-tier policing.
Well, 2-tier policing is so obvious, it's unbelievable, and everybody knows it's out there.
Well, some ex-cops have been saying it on Talk TV and GB News.
Yep. Other MPs have said it. Ex-coppers, and even an ex-Met commissioner has come out and said it. He said there is 2-tier policing. It's obvious. You can see it. It's, you know, you got to be a fool not to be able to see it.
There's 2 tiers in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been split down the middle, the rich, the poor, the black, the white, the group, everything. It's one rule for one and one rule for somebody else. The poor pay tax on bloody everything. The rich find ways and means and stay rich by not having to pay tax, by putting it through a company or whatever.
But this is the thing. I mean, if you look at the protesters that are protesting against the immigration, shall I say, I call them the protesters. They're not the upstarts. They're the decent protesters. You've only got to look when they've got a crowd of them together. It's a very, very diverse crowd. There is people from every ethnic background in those crowds. There's coloured people. There was coloured people up on the stage giving speeches at Tommy's do. But you go away from Tommy's and look at the other protests. It's a very, very, very diverse group of people. So how they can call racist, I don't know. You know?
But when
And they're
it was
saying
all Black
they're
Lives
racist
Matter,
against Islam. Well, Islam isn't a race. It's a religion. For a start. How can you be racist against a religion?
when everything was all Black Lives Matter, nobody
Exactly.
was arrested if they were slightly well tanned.
And who was the first person in a position of the elites to take the fucking knee to him? Starmer.
Yeah.
And the police.
Starmer and the Blue. Didn't give two hoots when Churchill's statue and the cenotaph were defaced. They were climbing all over everything. Not a problem.
Spray painting it, burning churches, burning crosses. Not a thing was done about it. But you stand outside a mosque, you're going to get arrested because they think you're going to damage the place.
But we saw it as well. The attitude was different. They've gone out in riot gear against the far right, but everybody else, it's normal. Yeah, okay, come on, we'll walk you down here. Yeah, you're all right, mate. Yeah, yeah, you can chant "Free Palestine." Yeah, you can shout your Allah Akbar, because that's just not offensive in any way, shape or form to us Brits.
Or Alan Snack Bar. That's bloody good, that.
But the thing it doesn't. It's they saying it's not an offensive phrase. Well, we've got lots of phrases that aren't offensive, but they can be taken as offensive when they're used in a certain way. And that's the issue, is how they're used in that phrase.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they even tried to change that to Happy Holidays, aren't they?
Happy Easter.
Yeah. That's what I say. If people want to come to a country and integrate into a country, okay, you don't have to adopt their religion, but you should abide by their laws in their country. Now, if you go to a foreign country, you know, some of them, is it the Philippines or Vietnam? They'll take it an insult if they can see your bare soles of your feet.
It's Vietnam, isn't it?
It's either, I think it's Vietnam. Another one is bare-chested. Yeah. And, you know, obviously there's the Middle Eastern countries that are anti-drink, where you can't drink. You know, they have put areas aside now where you can. But you've got to abide by those rules while you're there. But everybody that comes to this country thinks they can live by their own rules, which shouldn't be allowed. Yeah, it's Middle East. Yeah, cheers, Grumpy Sapper. I knew it's somewhere. I remember it from somewhere. But no, if you go to a country, even if you're just a visitor, you've got to abide by the rules, by the laws. That's what they're there for. Anyway, I thought I'd jump up and say that while I'm awake. I'll leave you two to it if you want.
If you're not British, Francis, where are you from? Because I'm sick and tired of being from the UK and not being able to say I'm English. I can't on any form, anywhere say I am English.
Yes, absolutely, Francis. There are Muslims out there that are British. They were born here. Their families have been here for years. Absolutely. But they're the ones that will live by our laws because they've lived here long enough.
And they like being British.
I mean, they're emptying the camps now and they're spreading them around the country. So God knows how that's going to work out. I mean, technically, I could claim for an Irish passport as well if I wanted, but
I don't mind calling myself English or British, but I am sick and tired of having to say I live in the UK. Doesn't matter where you are. The government website's the worst. You look for England, Scotland, Wales, they don't exist. They're all under U. UK. United Kingdom.
I always put UK Welsh. Even if it's just got the UK on it, I put UK Welsh.
Most of them you can't. You can't add anything else.
Well,
like Lou says, you've got to go other and write it in.
Cornish, born in the second test tube on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Moo.
Oh. Moo's a rebel. Might be a rebel without a clue, but he's a rebel, like the rest of us.
There has been Muslims in the British Army for some time, Sapper, along with other religions. But and Sikhs especially, don't forget the Sikhs fought for us during the Second World War.
I don't know whether anybody else has got this. Babe, can you, and Jenny, I've got Grumpy Sapper's comment on StreamYard, but it's not showing on YouTube.
Yeah. It's the same here. The one about recruiting Muslims. I've got it on here, but I haven't got it on here.
Well, I'm not his father, I'm kind of his stepdad. Yeah. Well, she's live on the internet at the moment.
Oh,
okay. Bear with me. Let me just see if I'm needed.
Okay. There's little posts over there.
Yeah.
Hey? Yeah, it's mate of Ben's. If you talk to Emma and I'll carry on with the internet. Push.
Hello.
That's all right. It's an old mate of Heather's son. He knows Heather. I don't know the guy, so he's looking for her son's phone number.
I've just noticed that's the second comment that Grumpy Sapper's put about the army. That's come up on the live stream, but it hasn't come up on the YouTube.
Oh, give you my number?
Yeah.
Have you got a pen?
Yeah, give me a sec.
You want a pen, dear?
I love seeing.
You got a pen? Stop.
Come up on the being divided by the Muslims.
Yeah, it's on live
Yeah,
stream.
that's come up on mine.
It's not on my YouTube.
Yeah, it's come up on mine. I mean, they're looking at all the comments at the moment. That's very weird. Yes, it says she can see it as well.
Yeah, because that's the second comment. But
Well,
that's
that's
the
weird that
second
we can
comment
see it.
that he said about the army, and I haven't got it down here.
Maybe they're censoring you.
For what?
I mean, I get it all the time. I get
Watching
comments.
channels.
Hey?
Watching too many beating channels.
So I can't. You got to say again. I've got Heather. You can hear Heather in the background here.
Yeah. I said, then what are they censoring me for? Watching too many beating channels.
You're crafting too hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Grumpy's he's just said try refreshing your YouTube.
Yeah. Love you, Francis. Are you okay after the other day? I was a bit worried about you.
So her voice is so loud and low that I can't hear another thing when she's chatting in the background.
Yeah, I have, Moo.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
Francis, what do you mean? What channels?
so you don't really go on any of the ones that 'cause I mean you don't comment on mine, so mine gets heavily censored in the comments and shit.
Hmm.
And people say, "Oh, it is actually YouTube." There you go.
I hate it when the
Okay,
kids might
Francis.
turn up pissed.
Well, I've never seen him before. I didn't even know who it was. That's why I thought, well, no, I'm not going to give any phone numbers out.
No, well, I've got these to pass on. I'm all out of breath now, running up and down them stairs. Whew. Fake sore throat. Oh well. I bet he will either knock next door or already has. Looking for Mike. Roger's disappeared. Where's he gone?
How's the cat?
Oh, he is. Not well. I'm not happy. Been trying to get her
What's
to the
wrong with her?
vet all week and they haven't even bothered to phone me. But hey.
She's silly.
There she is.
A puss.
Hey. That's we'll go to Wazakam. So thin she's got. Oi!
Don't care, don't love you.
What you doing?
Don't love you.
What you doing?
You got up and you moved and you went in the kitchen and you didn't get me anything.
Well, there's no point bloody getting her any food. She can't eat it.
I know.
Well, she won't.
She's trying.
Yeah, she does try, but I just hate seeing her like that.
Yeah, it's not nice.
I just feel helpless.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that.
Well,
I always keep a nice pussy, Grumpy.
Contacted them today and said I want to see somebody because I don't know whether, I don't want to suffering over the weekend. Not a word.
You know what? I'm not getting all of Grumpy's messages because that last one, nice pussy Rog, it hasn't come up on my YouTube, and I've
No.
just refreshed it.
Right, have you? You know, you haven't got newest first up there, have you? What, you on a laptop, Jen?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jen, yeah, you're on. I've done it. You're on top chat, not live chat. Some of these things are coming through, but not all of them.
No, the live stream's on the laptop, but I've got the YouTube
Yeah, but
on
you're
the
on
phone.
top chat. On top
Yeah,
chat.
have you got above the chat? There's live chat and top chat.
Oh,
What you-
yeah, yeah.
You need to click on that and then click on live chat.
I've got live chat and top messages.
Press
Yeah,
on.
live.
Click on
You put it
live.
onto live. His nice pussy will come through. Would be that message, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's not. I'm clicking it, but
I've just gone from top chat to live chat, and it's come through.
oh yeah, yeah.
That will whenever you click off of it or refresh, it will default to top chat.
I hate
You
it.
Yeah.
always have to click it back to live chat.
Well,
I hate it for that.
well, I just clicked. You know them lines on the right? I clicked
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that, and from top chat to all chat, I put all chat,
Yeah.
and that came
Yeah.
up. Oh, hello, Gordo.
Good evening, Gordo.
Moo.
That's a name I haven't seen in here before. Nice to have you in. Welcome.
Yep.
You may find it boring in here, but it's one of those. We have our ups and downs and our peaks and our troughs.
And then we have total weirdos like me.
You said it, Roger.
Yeah, Gordo, that we've done between me and Heather, we've done the one that came up as fishing in Silloth, and we put the odd short video up about fishing. It's only because we do beach fishing and sea fishing when we're on holiday.
And the girls said they wanted a stream for themselves, so I started doing
the
a
stream.
Friday night. Come and have a chat. For those of us that don't go out, so we can have. Sometimes we get a good conversation going. Try to avoid politics.
Yeah,
but it happens now and again.
The politics happen on a Wednesday night on my streams.
So where do you go fishing, Gordo? And is it sea fishing or just general fishing all over, whatever takes your fancy? Because he won't take me coarse fishing. Is that right, love?
Yeah, we don't do freshwater.
Because he got rid of all his gear before we decided we were going to give it a try. And now I've decided I like it. We're not going down that road.
Yeah, it is difficult to avoid it, Gordo, absolutely. But I do, more or less daily videos during the week. We do discuss it on the live stream on a Wednesday, but we do try and make it a bit of fun and have a bit of a giggle as well.
Grumpy, that's our issue. You can't go unless you've... We've got a couple of good carp lakes apparently round by us, but we can't go sea fishing in Birmingham.
Well, we could get rod licenses and go carping. We've got a couple of carp rods out there, but they're not anything special. They're just cheap ones.
So
You're
where's
right,
your pitch, Gordo? Whereabouts do you like to go, or do you go everywhere? Looking for a new site. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, the local brook hasn't got a lot of sea fish in it around here.
No. You're lucky if you get a minnow in there. Oh, you saw some trout.
It's got wild brownies in there, wild
I
trout.
was going to say you saw some trout, didn't you?
Yeah, they're only small ones, but there is wild trout in there.
Yes, Grumpy, I'm with you.
Channel and chisel. Yeah.
I could never. I can't walk very far or stand very well. So Chisel Beach, I stand no chance.
And I can't walk very far now anyway.
So
I
he's
used to do all the nationals, Gordo. I used to do what used to be the Shakespeare Open in Bridlington every year. Tony Tackle down in Eastbourne, I used to do that one. And I also used to fish for the county for Cornwall. I make my own rigs, I build my own rods, whip my own rods, tune my own reels.
I reel them in if
make
I've
my
got
own
something
weights.
on. That's all I can do is reel them in.
I've been doing it a lot of years. A lot of years. I used to do tournament casting as well.
I can cast, but it's 1 in 3 goes where I want it. The other 2 are straight into the sand in front of me. So he does all the hard work and puts it out there for me. But I enjoy it. And I enjoy the people's faces when they come past and ask him why he's got 3 rods out. I said, that's because, and I come back with, that's because one of them's mine. And
Yeah, we don't do competitions. I only used to do them years ago. But we just fish for pleasure now. Oh, Jenny's nipped off, has she?
She has.
And the other thing I used to have down in Cornwall, me and my mate used to have our own bait business, collecting peeler crabs, digging the worm, netting sand eels. We used to supply the England team with peeler crab. We used to send crab up to Tony's Tackle, Dave Dockra, all live peeler. We used to get, well, probably between 500 and 1,000 a tide in our traps. And then we do picking at night as well. Remember beach. We just take regular. I always use Century rods. So I got a couple of Century rods because I sold all mine. I used to be sponsored by Century years ago. But, you know, we just got basic gear. I mean, I've got one big Century, one powerful one, and the other one's a new one. It's a new fire blade, just a general purpose. Heather uses fixed spool, so she's got a big, lazy 14-foot. What is it? Can't remember what the maker it is now.
Sonic.
No, it's not a Sonic. It's a SKS Black.
Uses the Sonic.
Oh, we have got other rods out there. We've got Daiwas and what have you, but that's our best ones. as Heather said, I sold a lot of mine. I think it was 18th century rods at one point because I used to develop the blanks from years ago with the original Fireblade, the igniter. What was the other one I did? The Raptor, the original Raptor, the 14.5-foot Raptor. That was one I developed. I mean, there was it last year, babe, or the year before, where I did a video with a couple of cameras on the rod, didn't I? Looking at the reels and showing the casting and. Oh, I got an itch. Oh. Oh, my Lord.
Sorry, I'm just... There we go.
Stalmer's pushing the narrative again. It looks like he's visiting the emergency call centres now.
There you go, Gordo. There's Roger's, a link to Roger's page. He's the one that puts most of the stuff out. He's got the fishing videos up.
Yeah, there's only one or two. Repainted it. Oh, you don't want to paint the rods. Worst thing you can do. You put anything on them, you varnish them, and you've got to use the proper 2-pack varnish that's flexible. But I used to do rod repairs and whipping, and used to do all the fancy cross hatching and diamonds and that on them. So I'm just watching what's going on with headlines at the moment.
So you're just sitting there watching telly. Yeah, that's about right.
No, it's just that the headlines have come up, that's all. But it looks like they're actually arresting some of the anti-racism protesters now. But they could be plants like that one the other day.
I reckon all the police in riot gear should be arrested for inciting trouble.
Well, the ones that were pushing everybody about, yeah.
Yeah.
They get away with it, don't they?
Well, they weren't they weren't inciting trouble. They weren't going, come on then. At all whatsoever. Not one of them. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Me.
You put a polymer in it then, Gordo. Make it flexible. Cool, I can't remember. I can't imagine using an orange rod. Oh, dear.
Stand out at night. See it in the dark.
Yes, Sapper, they are. They're race baiters, mate, a lot of them. And there's also, you've got a lot of Antifa mixed in with them as well. They're just there to antagonise people. But unfortunately, the police don't bother with them. Racing boats?
I knew a couple of lads whose dad was into that. I can't remember Dad's name. First name, it was Peveril.
Majority of them are paid. Most of them are paid. If you look at all the signs and that they've all got, they're all identical. Someone's funding that. They've got loads and loads of marshals on there, so somebody's funding that, because you can guarantee that at very least they're getting expenses. But they are being funded.
Well,
He's got a skinhead, he's far right. Mine's not a skinhead, that's just naturally gone.
when Farage was on with Mike Graham on Talk TV, oh, you've just it's gone.
What?
I've done a you, I've done a Dan. What I was going to say.
Oh, hello. What's this all about? Plane crashing.
Oh yeah, that was it. Mike Graham was saying that when the protesters that were going around shouting "Free Palestine," all their posters and things were pre-printed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So the unorganized opposition rallies were more organized than the other ones.
Oh, apparently old Charlie Boys expressed his heartfelt thanks to the police.
What for? Causing trouble.
Best thing he can do is get rid of his government.
Well, he's the only one, the external force, that can dissolve it.
Yep.
He can walk in and say, I am dissolving this government. The others, they have to actually have a vote of no confidence and what have you to dissolve it, and then agree to dissolve it. But he's the only one that can actually walk in and say, I am going to dissolve it. He has that right. Although he doesn't have the right to walk straight into Parliament. He has to get permission. But that's why I said that the royal family now are just a tradition. They're nothing else. They're just a tradition for visitors, for photographs. I think they certainly don't need any money, so why they needed another £43 million this year, I don't know. But yeah, the same as us, Gordo. The only problem is, because if you like your country and you want the best for your country, then you're branded far right.
My spelling's gone down the drain tonight.
And to be honest, if the Conservatives had got back in, it would have still gone the same way as it's going now. But it would have just took a lot longer for them to bring it all in. Because Starmer's a communist and the lefty, he's just banged it all in there straight away. And I predicted this months ago. As soon as they announced the election, that was your two choices: slow death by Tory, quick death by Labour, or total change with reform.
But they're trying to blame Farage for kicking everything off.
Yeah, but they're not going to blame themselves, are they?
They need somebody to blame. They're trying to point the finger.
Well, they're blaming Andrew Tate, aren't they?
Yep. They want to play the victim, so it's your fault. They're never in the wrong. Never in the wrong. But I mean, even this censorship now, that look at what they've done to Dan. He started that new channel. He haven't even got any content on it yet, and they took it down. And they took the IME channel down, the IMA, which was another one of his channels, and that was a channel exposing the misuse of kids in the welfare system by councils and the like. That was run in collusion with a private investigator and all sorts, and they wiped that one out.
You've got a selection here, Gordo, because you've got Liverpool, Wales. Me and him are in Birmingham. As Grumpy Sapper's saying, he's UAE. I didn't know where Francis was, so there you go.
Now we know.
But yeah.
Where's Stitch gone?
Stitch is, I think Peterborough way, that sort of side. It's over that way.
Where's she gone though?
Oh, she might be doing something with little Stitch.
You put Liverpool in there as well.
I said Liverpool.
Did you? Oh, sorry.
I did because I know the man's in the pool. There you go, Northamptonshire.
I got relatives in Toaster. Well, I used to go into Northampton regularly to go to Santa Pod, but well, I'm Wellingborough. No, I'm kind of a gypsy. Born in Berkshire, spent most of my life in Cornwall, then moved up to Bristol and then the Midlands. But I have travelled around quite a bit. I'm
going to ask Francis which Norton, because I've had to Google it, because apart from the software and the motorbike, I didn't know there was a place called Norton. But apparently, what? What, babe?
Midsummer Norton. Midsummer Murders. There's Hook Norton. That's it was either Oxfordshire or Berkshire.
There's Norton near Evesham. There's Norton near Daventry. Norton Keynes.
Bristol. Brittle is a spanner. Let's make a spanner. What's her channel called, Gordo? Desert Fox, good evening, buddy. Near Radstock. There's Radstock in Oxfordshire. Long Ashton. Yeah. Jeanette Pickering. Okay. Because all of a sudden we've gone from like 19 on air down to 9.
It's all Gordy's fault.
No, I'm only an honorary Cornishman, Grumpy Sapper. It was only because I spent that many years down there. That's her name and channel name. Yeah, I only use my actual real name on my channel anyway. Oh, dear.
I'm just having a look, see if we can find Jeanette's page.
So put a link up.
To make what chocolate cheesecake bars? I think I'm going to enjoy Jeanette.
you doing, Cat? Must get these camera mounts up here sorted out. I've got to figure out and see what bits I need to make that one work for the internet as well. Because that can be used for vlogging and videos. And
Well, good. I've subbed to Jeanette, and we'll see if see what sort of thing she does. Because yeah, I quite like baking.
I quite like her baking as well.
I got some chocolate chips. I got some chocolate chips, so I can make you something nice, babe. So, Grumpy, is that an English singer in the, or will they not be singing in English?
Pop de ping, you mean a microwave?
Well, I've been told there is an actual name for microwave. The pop-ty ping was just the oven that went ping.
Microdon.
Sorry, Jen?
Microdon. It doesn't sound Welsh, but apparently. And it was Shan who said that.
It sounds like a dinosaur.
It does, doesn't it? It doesn't sound Welsh.
That sounds as fake as pop-ty ping.
Yeah. But yeah, Shan said it was Microdon.
Oh, Stitch gone. Look, she's still in there.
Yeah. I'm Francis. Has Missy been on tonight?
No.
No, she's taking a little bit of a step back from the internet. She's still about, but she was saying the other day it's getting a bit much. There's quite a few of friends and acquaintances that have. It's a lot of people. It's not the mental health. A lot of them, as you know, have got mental health issues.
Yeah.
It does get a bit much for people, especially with what's going on at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, Missy's lurking. Hiya.
Grumpy Supper said, "Can I join the stage?"
Oh, no, there's it. Grumpy doesn't do Facebook, does he?
No, but if I remember rightly, he is on Discord.
He does Discord, yeah. There's a cooking thing on Discord.
Does Discord? It's all right. I'm not quite brave enough yet to throw the link out.
Well, hang on a minute. What I can do is, let me get Discord up.
Yeah, I'm just doing the same.
I can send it in on Discord if you want.
Go on then. Because I know I haven't got him as a friend, so I'd have to find him and add him and.
Boom, boom. Oh, hang on, I've got to go back to this here to get the live link. Oh, why are you doing it that way, you goddamn thing?
Have you got the link, or do you want me to throw it at you again?
No, I've got it here. I've just got to copy it. There you go, Grumpy Sapper. I've chucked that in DMs on Discord for you, mate. So I don't normally open Discord while I'm on a live, but there you go. I'll open it just for you. Yeah, we've got several people whose streams we go on, Gordo, that we've met in person. Police Abusing Powers, Lost Souls Paranormal, Moo in the chat there. We've all met personally. Several times on some of them. Oh, yeah. That's 9:30, baby. I'm feeling a bit. The
Here he
fatigue's
is.
getting to me a little bit, but
Hello, guys. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well.
Got a
very
lot.
well. That's why that.
You got a lot of well, not a lot. You had a bit of lag there to start with, buddy. The
There's a
audio
lot
wasn't
of land
catching up.
between us.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
and water.
Hey, do you like my neon flag?
Yes, I do. That's funky.
Good, isn't it? That's from Timu. I love Timu.
I've been afraid to try Timu
I
because
even got a bowler hat. Very British.
Good eye, sport.
I've heard good and bad.
Listen, I've got loads of hats up here on my bar. Rog knows because he's seen them.
Mine's next door. 2 seconds.
Messes my hair up. What I got left.
Oh dear.
Oh, you used to have
me
a
too.
skeleton
Keeps growing,
masks
though.
up here and all
I
sorts.
think I'm going to go bold. I'm getting bold stuff.
Go, I'm gone, mate.
Too many U-turns under the duvet.
That's the solid headboard. That's years of wearing crash helmets, that is. In price.
Well, do you know what? Since I've started my YouTube channel, I've started a little studio here in my bar. So I've got step ladders there.
What's that for the short people?
That's good.
I wanted to make the stream a bit more uplifting.
Well, it's it's a little bit difficult when you're sat in the middle of your front corner of your front room, like just.
Mine's like that as well. Yeah, I've
My
got screens
whiteboard, so when my memory screws up as usual, I've got all my details and information on there.
Nice, Heather.
on. Right, hang on then.
Mr.
Let me go
Nut.
and get me hat. Let me get
That's
my
my
hat.
sun hat.
That's nice. Oh, that's a Stevie Nicks hat, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Trilby's up in the loft. That's nearly a trilby, but not quite. It's just a next. But then the good old days when I got me drop top, me flat cap.
Bloody Zulus, hundreds of them.
Do not throw those bloody spears at me.
And you got, this is my old army one.
I say so.
And then I've got my Juliet Bravo.
Oh dear.
Suits you.
And the other one I've got is my
We'll call that one the
father's-
2-tier grumpy.
A proper one.
It is a proper one, and it's made out of cork.
Yeah.
Inside there were cork back in the day.
Yeah,
This was,
Dan's got one. He's got the original wooden truncheon as well.
Yeah, I've got that as well. But not here. I've got it back in the UK in my shit that I left in the UK. So yeah, but I got a flat cap as well, but they're kind of boring.
Well, that
Oh, sorry,
one,
Jen.
that one was the third one from the holiday because I had my original one blew off my head and ended up in the harbour.
I had to get a Grumpy Sapper one.
I have got one somewhere with the National Rifle Association on from America.
But you know what? On Temu, I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever used Temu, but they made me a shirt. They made me a shirt.
Oh wow.
How
Oh,
cool
wow.
is that?
Oh, so they do personalised stuff.
Yeah, I've got what else was
I
I?
didn't think they did things like that.
I've even got shorts. They did shorts for me as well.
Kinky.
Wow.
So yeah, a bit of overkill.
You know that one?
But no. Is that NRA?
No, that's how I shoot like a girl. I got the NRA one upstairs.
All right. Yeah, I used to be a member of the NRA actually, many years ago. I just can't see the point
I've
of
never
keeping my
remember.
membership up. I don't live there anymore. No, I mean over here we've got a range just down the road here.
Yeah, we've got one a couple of miles down, but it's only an air rifle. He does do skeet shooting as well, but we do mainly air rifle.
Yeah, I mean it only goes up to 9 mil on the indoor range, but you've got full bore on the outdoor range.
We just do plinking. They've got the what do you call them rounds, the field target and what have you.
Yeah,
But because we're not very mobile, the pair of us, we prefer the bench. And so the only one they've got is plinking. But because we were getting that good, I mean, I was there when he first started the range up. And we had stuff set up to like 80 meters, which for me was, oh yeah, that's playtime. And once he realised what was going on, we set targets up at 200 meters is the furthest one for legal air rifle. That is as well, 12-foot pound.
yeah.
First
But
thing you
there's
do,
a guy that I follow.
over 100 yards.
There's a guy I follow on YouTube. And he does these not conversations, but a discussion about the different air rifles. And nowadays they're so bloody powerful.
Yeah. Is he an English guy?
Yes, Scouser.
Not Giles, is it? The big guy?
No, it's Graham. His name is.
No, because we went to the shooting show a couple of years back and I met Giles up there. Real nice guy. He travels all over the world doing it. But I mean, their versions of them
it's
are
a big
way
sport
over
now.
the
I mean,
top of what we're allowed.
People will Do you know what? People were talking about the Olympics and the target pistol shooting. Well, hang on a minute. When I was teaching, because I used to teach target pistol coaches, that's the way it's done. You're encouraged to put your hand in your pocket.
Yeah, to balance yourself
Because
and keep yourself
it
steady.
balances you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the club over here, they got an
So-
indoor club over here. They do 10-meter pistol and 20-meter rifle. But because it's indoor, they use half power, obviously. They don't use full power. None of them do. It was hilarious. We went over one evening and it was on the 10-meter range across the building rather than down it. So we sat at the table. Heather sat there. Now she's got a HW underlever, the 97, which is a stainless steel one.
Black and stainless.
It's full
Fire.
power. And she had to stop using it because it was absolutely decimating the backstops. There's only 177 as well. But see, we're restricted in this country on what we can show and what we can talk about, like on that stuff.
Unfortunately, I mean, like I said, I mean, over here, I've been here for 15 years, and they've got it right. They have got it right. It's a Muslim country, and they've got it right. Now, it's not them that have got it right. It's us, the British people, the American, the French, the European, have all come together and said, look, if you want your country to be secure, then anybody who was born in this country does not become an Emirati passport holder. And that should be in UK as well. Anybody, you come here to work, nobody's going to get citizenship. The only way that you're going to get to stay here is if you own property, but you still would never get a passport.
No.
You can own property and you can have a visa, but you cannot own.
You can't become a citizen.
No, and that's right, because the Europeans, the British, the Westerners have all advised the UAE that if you do this, this is going to happen. And look at UK now. Now, Sheikh, I can't remember his name now. There was a sheikh who said, it's your own bloody fault. You were warned. You were told this was going to happen, but you did nothing. Now, it's not because he wants it to happen. He's saying you were told. The British were told. The government didn't do anything about it. And it goes back to Tony Blair.
Yep.
Because he lifted the borders. He's the person who changed it all.
It's like I always said, like we were talking earlier, if you're going to a different country, whether it's to live or to visit, you've got to respect the laws of that country. It's their country. Absolutely, you have to.
Absolutely.
And the same with their religion,
And Australia,
if I was to go in, sorry, Heather, go on.
It's all right. I was going to say, Australia are so strict, it's unbelievable. But it means
Not as strict as you think.
No, but it means they can control things and they can stop things coming into their country that cause issues. And that includes people.
Yeah.
They don't want rabbits.
How many times have you heard that an incident happened and it says, oh, but he was on the MI6 watch list? Well, put a fucking tag on him then. Put a tag on him.
If he's on the watch list, watch him.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the assassination attempt on Trump. He was known, really. Yeah. So why weren't you watching him then?
And the police knew he was there because they stopped him and questioned him earlier in the day. So they knew he was there.
It's all coming out now. And there's pictures to prove it, that he was trained by the CIA.
They wanted him to hit him. They didn't want him to miss.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are
They chose a
Gordo's
complete nugget. to
friends
do it.
in the chat there.
Hello, Jeanette. Thank you for joining us. Gordo's told me I needed to sub, so I have done. Let's do do. Let's find your home and get it up so that other people can. There we go. There's Jeanette's. Wrong one. There we go.
There you go.
There's Jeanette's link if anybody wants to sub to Jeanette, and we can watch her cooking with Tracy and join her perhaps on one of her lives.
Bugger the cooking. I'm the man for eating.
Let me just sub as well. Can I be cheeky and throw my?
You can, mate.
Don't know whether you can, but I can.
I've only just started mine.
Don't know whether you can, but I can.
No, I think that's an admin that has to do it.
Yeah.
Have you got it? Have you, babe?
Well, I've got a search result.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Esther. That should take people through to you.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah, I'm writing songs now. Something completely different. I mean, I've written songs up for a long time, but now I've had the guts to go and do it.
Yeah, so you
What sort of
guys will
thing?
probably get a lot more subs at the end of the day than I do, because you're a bit more diverse, where I'm more the political and reporting and that. But there again, like I've already always said, I never
I'm
wanted
staying
a big
away
channel.
from media because I'm not saying. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get on with media because there is so much to do with media, and you're constantly grabbing information. But I'll stay with music because that's what I know.
And the other thing is, YouTube comes down on you. The authorities come down on you if you get it wrong, and the amount of trolls you get on the media channels, it's just unreal.
You know what? There's so many assholes out there, and what you did tonight, Heather, is exactly what I'm doing with my live streams now. Because I will send people that I want on my live streams the code. I will not put it on the chat anymore because you're getting so many assholes coming on.
Well, to be honest, there's only half a dozen watching. We're up to 17 again now, but I'm not in big numbers. But it's that whole new area of uninvited guests. Somebody says they want to come up, absolutely fine. If I can find a way of getting a link to them, so like Roger did tonight through Discord or a lot of people I go through Facebook because we're friends on Facebook, so I can face message them. But it means I haven't got to do that, stick your finger up your nose and all the rest of it to make sure you're real. And
well, I never used to do Facebook, did I? Until you and Carl set me up that time with an account, because I was always against it. I never liked that sort of thing. But I almost do as much on Facebook now as I do on YouTube. But the other side of it, I found the good side of it.
I hate Facebook.
But I found the good side of it because since I've been on there,
I hate Facebook. Facebook is toxic, but I use it purely to stay in contact with my army buddies and my family.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That's just what I was going to say. Since
That's
I've
it.
been on there, I've been back in touch with kids I knew from primary school that I haven't talked to since primary school.
Yeah.
There was a woman, as soon as I went on there in the first
Yeah.
week, there was a woman got in touch with me, and straight away I knew who it was. It was one of my mum's old neighbours, and she used to babysit me when I was a nipper. And, you know, that's the good side of it. But it's also got that
But
very
you know
bad
what?
toxic.
One of the joys of Facebook. I mean, this is great. You know, Facebook is great for bringing people back in contact with each other.
Yeah.
It really is. Now, I mean, when I was a police officer, there was a lady. She was crossing a pedestrian crossing, and a motorcycle came, and the motorcycle hit her, and unfortunately, the handlebars hit her stomach, and you can guess the rest. But as a police officer, I saved her life, and she tracked me back through Facebook, and we're back in touch again.
Cool. Well,
One good one that did come out of it, I mean, it's going back a couple of years now. As you know, I used to run with Motorcycle Club, and I haven't ridden for a few years now, and I lost touch with the lads from the club. And I got in touch with one again on through there. Now, when we were on holiday a couple of years ago, unknown to me, Heather had arranged for him and his missus to come across where we were on holiday. And I'm stood along the promenade fishing, and I just looked back and saw these two bikers stood behind me and did a double take, like, and oh my God, it's the club, my old club mate from the bikes. I hadn't seen him for God knows how long. And every year we go up there now, either him or him and his missus pop over for a night because they're only across the other side in Newcastle. And they come and stop over so we can have a catch up and he can have a beer, and because I don't drink anymore. So.
And he'll be over more often. He'll be over more often now because this time I fed him, and he likes my cooking.
Don't forget, babe, we've got quite a lag between us and Grumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is a small world, guys. I'm going to bow out now. It's been lovely to speak to you.
Likewise.
I'm going to bow out. I'm going to keep watching from the sidelines. It's been lovely to see you, and take care of yourselves. All right, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much for coming up, Grumpy. It's been good to see you.
All right. God bless you all.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. That was a nice change.
Yeah. Oh, I've still got bad wind. Oh.
I've got to ask Gary what Mrs. W is going to kick us all. Why am I going to kick you all? What's wrong with it? Well, I'm not going to kick it. What are you doing? You're being disrespectful in my chat. I thought it might be. I just thought I'd missed something. I know what you're like, Gary. I wouldn't kick you out.
Oh, pardon me. You want to wait and see what I do on a Wednesday night? Whipping us all.
Whipping us all. What's that, the bullwhip?
Still can't find it. I think it's
got. Yeah, I had a look in the boxes up in the loft the other day, and I couldn't find it up there. So maybe
I'm sure I binned it. I'm sure I binned it.
So I've got £400 pair of sunglasses somewhere that I've lost as well. I've been trying to find. That's why I was up there. I bought years ago. I bought a pair of titanium Oakleys, and they're brand new. They're still in the packaging, and I don't know where they've gone.
The one thing you do know is you've put them somewhere safe.
Yeah, that's me all over. I put them somewhere safe and forgot where I put them. Well, I did find me my killer loops.
Yeah, never mind.
They were the ones for the. I have got me other Oakleys here, but they're the cheaper ones. They're just the. Oh God, what I can't remember what model they were now. These ones are just the normal
Well, I know I
Oakleys.
haven't got. I know I haven't got them because that shape doesn't suit me.
No, the titaniums aren't that shape. They're quite big. I thought they were in one of these pouches, but I can't find the bloody things at the moment. I will come across them eventually, I expect. But they're not a lot of good to me in normal use because I need my glasses to see. In fact, I don't even know whether where are they? The amount of, I've got 8 pairs of glasses in front of me here now. I can't even find the buggers I'm looking for. Jesus. Yeah, there we go.
I've only got 5. I've gone from not needing glasses to every time I go for a test needing different glasses.
I bet these don't fit on here now. Oh, there you go.
My readers.
That's clip-on lenses for fishing. Well, I've got those two. Those two. There's 2 pairs in there. There's another pair in there. There's another pair in there. And at some point during the week, I usually need at least 3 or 4 of them different ones.
Can't wear these. Can't wear these because I can't focus with those. Those are my bifocals.
Yeah, trouble is, Jeanette, I've had a couple of strokes. My long-term memory is absolutely bang on. I mean, I can remember stuff from 50, 55 years ago, just like that. But I'll stop a conversation and I'll literally lose myself. I can't remember what I was talking about. Or I'll put something down on the table and forget where I've put it. It's affected my short-term memory quite badly. Yeah, it's horrible, Gary. Honestly, sometimes it can be damn right embarrassing. You know, especially if you're in the middle of a phone conversation with, you know, an official or something like that, and all of a sudden, I mean, I've done it with my own doctor. I've been explaining something and I've stopped, and then I've just forgotten what I was talking about. But I'm gonna treat myself to a can of fizzy drink, being as I haven't had one today. I've been really good, Jen. I've been drinking bottles of orange rather than the Coke all the time now.
Nice
Desert
one.
Fox.
That goes the
Desert
other
Fox.
camera.
I'm thinking of adding you. I've got 3. I've got a cartoon picture, a man with tattoos, and a dog.
What's that?
Any of those you?
Who?
Fantastic fox.
Oh, that one looks like a lake.
Oh.
Be nice if I could get fog lights fitted, Jeanette.
Where's the bloody cat gone then? She gone outside. Oh, there you are. Cat's curled up in front of your chair again.
Yeah, she's decided she likes that spot.
No, she's gone right up into the corner.
Yeah, she's decided she likes that spot.
Weird. They usually get like that just before they die. Yes, Jeanette, it is brain fog. No, she's on her last legs. She was getting bad before she's lost all the weight. But I personally think she's had a seizure or something while we were on holiday, because it all happened very, very quickly. I mean, we were only away 10 days and she'd lost all that weight where she wasn't eating, and
She'd lost a kilo.
yeah.
Which in a 7-kilo cat is nothing. I mean, it's quite a lot.
Well, the thing that makes me think that is the fact that she tries to eat, but she can't. She'll chew it and it's just falling out of her mouth. It's like she's got no control over it, like she's had a stroke or something, you know. But,
It's horrible to watch, though.
pardon me. Good grief.
You glitched slightly then and went, pardon me.
Yeah, this isn't the best of the camera. If I move too quick, the other camera is the better one, but it gets too hot up there. That's why I was looking at what I need to get that one up and running for streaming.
I can see Gordo's going to be like a bit like a Dan with his jokes in.
Not as bad. Well, that one wasn't as bad.
No, not as bad as some of the ones he's been putting up today,
chance.
that's for sure.
Give him chance.
Yeah.
Gordo's testing the water here.
She had a stroke. Yeah, I get stroked regular, Gary. Trouble is, it doesn't do my blood pressure a lot of good. You know, there's only enough blood to keep one of us going, and I end up fainting. So there's not enough blood for the two of us, man. Oh, that's nice to have a bit of fizz.
You've been very good.
I don't know why I'm looking at the headlines, because I don't do a video on a Saturday unless there's something drastic happened, do I? Yeah, my little cat, she's getting on, Jeanette. She's was 17. She has got a lump. She has had for some time. But she hadn't got a lot left in her now. And we've been waiting for the vet to ring back for an appointment to take her back in. I was hoping she was going to get in before this weekend, but I just don't. I hate seeing her suffer. I really do. It's
How old's your dog, Jeanette?
It's not so bad when they can do something. I had a cat that had damaged his eye, and they fixed it. But we're sitting here watching her suffer. She can't eat. She can't drink properly. She's lost one, probably a quarter of her weight now. She's skin and bone. Because she's not eating, she's not going to the toilet properly. So it's having knock-on effects. And I don't even know whether she'll make it to an appointment on Monday. And it's cruel. It's horrible watching.
Yeah, I don't like it. Especially as she's usually... I mean, I'd be sat here normally and she'd either be on my lap or on the arm of the chair next to me.
Mm.
But now she's over there and very, very rarely. She'll come and cuddle up on my lap now and again. But
She
that's
never,
what
she
normally
never
happens.
laid down there. She was in front of the fire or on the rug or on his lap or on the chair by the side of him.
And she always slept at the bottom of the bed by my feet. She doesn't do that anymore. She hasn't done that for a little while. She still comes up for a little cuddle before I go to sleep, but then she'll get off and come back down here.
Normally, she's pestering him to go up to bed and won't leave his side. Now she's coming and cuddling with me.
Yeah, but it's just gone 9 o'clock. Look, she'd be pouring at my legs and all sorts now, saying, come on, it's the time you normally go up. So it's the only time I'm up at this time of night is when I'm on a live stream, usually. What the fuck is that? Ooh. No, that has got to be faked.
What?
A bacon egg cat.
Sorry?
I'm not sure. It looks like a cross between a cat and a llama. Folklore cat. No, that's got to be AI. Got to be. No. I mean, it's... See if I can share it. That is just plain fucking weird. There you go. Can you imagine that walking into the bedroom? You think, oh, what the hell?
Oh, smart. Smart. He works out.
You know what? I can't even tell if that's genuine or that's AI.
No, I think that's AI.
It's got to
You
be,
can tell
isn't it?
with the mane. You can tell with the mane.
I mean, the ears
No.
and the bit on the, that looks more like a caracal. The face is like Maine Coon. Body's more llama.
Back and echo.
Oh my God.
Well, it's a legend, so it's going to be AI.
Yeah.
Back and Echo is the legend of the monster cat. So, yes, that's going to be an AI. Looks cool, though.
Looks very
The
cool.
big festival in Cornwall. This will be the last one ever. It's outgrown the county. Okay. So I'm just having a look what's around on Facebook. But I am going to need to drop out and put my feet up in a minute, babe.
That's all right,
swelling
darling. You
again.
said you weren't coming on, and you have done so. Thank you. Thank you.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I'll still stay in the chat. I just want to kick back and get my feet in the air. Otherwise, I'm going to end up getting up at 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning again, and so. Well, actually, let's see if I can get comfortable. No, I mean, it's 9:10 anyway, so.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be on for this long, to be honest. But
Oh, there we go.
It was a nice surprise having Grumpy Sapper on.
it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
It
different.
I haven't seen him for a while.
Oh, it's been a plane crash somewhere. 62 people killed.
Oh gosh, where's that?
Sao Paulo, Brazil, isn't it?
No idea.
See where it's spiraling down and. Yeah, Brazilian passenger plane crashes in Sao Paulo state. Why that's headline news, I don't know. No, Gary, what it is with me is for some reason, I don't know whether it was the folic acid they prescribed for me, but my feet have swollen up that much that I can't even get my slippers on. And my legs have swollen a bit as well. I was up at 2:30 this morning because I was just uncomfortable. Oh, that's not a nice one. Man arrested in Croydon for throwing his dogs off a 4th floor balcony. Apparently they died. Should have gone up there and thrown him off with them.
I was going to say.
I don't know why people have animals if they're not prepared to look after them.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh. No, I'm going to drop out, babe. My eyes are starting to close here now as well. Now I've put my legs
Well,
up.
we don't need you telling us what's on telly.
Oh, it's not. That's on Facebook. So if you want to drop me out.
Okay. I'll throw you out. And yeah, I'll be down in a bit or not, as the case may be.
Okie dokie.
Bye.
Hi, Roger.
Bye. Take care,
Bye.
everybody.
Yeah, you take care as well.
I try. If I can't, she'll look after me.
Yeah, she's a good
Somebody's
woman.
got to.
Don't think she's got a choice, have you?
No, that's what I said. Somebody's got to. Oh, no,
Not nice being riddled with arthritis.
I think everybody that comes on here has their issues, different ways, different things.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's somewhere that people can talk about them.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
a good known or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, can't talk about things with everyone, can you?
No, but other people that understand.
Yeah.
It's not, oh God, they're moaning again. Because
No, it's a good group here, aren't we?
it's actually a case of, yeah, I know what you mean. I'm lucky I'm not riddled with arthritis. I've got a dodgy knee, which because I've got a bad leg. So the bad leg finds it difficult to do any work. So my good leg does all the. I go upstairs one at a time. and my good leg has now got a bad knee. So
That's 22, that, isn't it?
so I'm
Damned
finding
if you do, damned if
stairs.
you don't.
I'm finding stairs harder and harder. I keep
Yeah.
saying I'm going to get myself down to the local gym and get on one of these step machines, see if I can build up my bad leg.
I wouldn't do a step machine if I were you. Go on
Why?
because the high steps anyway. I don't even do them because I've got a bad knee. Either a bike, an exercise
Can't do a
bike,
bike.
or a cross trainer.
And cross trainers, I've got to be very careful because I dislocate the hip if I get into the wrong angle.
Yeah, but the thing is, you do it slowly. You don't go, fast on it. You do it at your own pace.
No, it's one of
And
these
then-
things. If I've got my foot on the pedal and it comes up too high, my hip will dislocate. End of. So
Yeah.
I will not go on a bike.
No, I'm on about the cross trainer. Because, when I first started going to the gym, I used to hate going on the cross trainer because I had to hold on to the handles because I was scared of falling. But now, because I've improved my core that much, I can go on the cross trainer and not even hold the handles. So, it does improve your core, and that's the most important thing, really. To someone who's suffering with a mobility or something, is improving the core.
Don't know whether they've got one of those. I know they've got half a dozen travelators and a couple of stepmaster things. But I need to build up my left leg.
Mm. You want to do stairs, just do the ones at home. Because honestly, the ones in the gym they're not small steps, they're high steps.
I saw
the
somebody
big steps.
on a machine the other day, and it was, she was on like almost like all fours climbing on it, and I thought one of those would be good because it's not my full weight. It's how I come up the stairs anyway. I bend over, so it's not my full weight on my knees.
Yeah. Can't you get a stair lift?
You want to buy me one?
No, it's social services. Mind you, if they break down, it'll be up to you to fix it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to build up the strength in my legs anyway,
Yeah.
so I can get off the beach again. I struggled to get on and off the beach when we were on holiday because it was such a step up.
Well, have a look at, there are plenty of keep fit videos, for mobility and things on YouTube.
It's finding the motivation. If if I go down to the gym, then I think I'd be more likely to do something.
Yeah.
I'll go up and down the bottom stairs anyway. I come
Yeah.
up and down stairs enough, but it's that next step.
Yeah. Have you got an exercise band?
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Yeah, find it. Just wrap it around your legs.
Probably with the whip. The trouble is
I'm not going there.
we've had so many sort outs to do things. Stuff's gone up into the loft or gone into boxes. And it's finding where things have been put or whether they've been thrown away. So it is what it is. But as I say, I can't find the motivation at the moment. Everything hurts too much, hurts.
Yeah. Well, looking at Jeanette's comment here, wanting a wet room. I'm lucky because I've told you before, I live in a new build. And all new builds, I know it's in Wales, I don't know if it's in England, they have to have a wet room. So I've got a wet room here. And the bathroom upstairs. Because all new builds have to be compatible for disabled as well. I don't know if that's the same in England.
Don't think so. I'd never heard that legislation.
Yeah. It's
Because
got to be secure, you know, with secure doors and stuff like that. And yeah, I've got wide, you know, the stairs, the wide, and I've got like what do you call them? Is it a junction box in the bottom of the stairs, where if I needed a stair lift, the things there to plug in, ready to plug in. And there's a thing in a facility so a lift can be fitted in the bedroom down to the living room if that was ever needed. All new builds have to be done like that, compatible for everyone, disabled and everything. Got wide doors as well. And railings, you know, I'm going up to my front garden.
well, this house is rather older than, definitely not a new build. Because can't remember, 80, 90 years old, something like that. So
But the funny thing is, yeah,
bothered.
sorry.
I don't think they were too bothered about making it wheelchair accessible when they put this one up.
The thing is, I'm looking to swap this house because I'm just too isolated here, and I'm on a home swapping site, and I do find that a lot of people on the island want to swap from a new build into an old house, and I don't know why.
Obviously, it's got it offers something that the newer builds don't.
Yeah.
Whether it's, but the fact that you say you've got room to have a lift put into the bedroom, I'd struggle. Our rooms aren't that big. Well, they are, but
well, the bedroom above the living room, because it's in the living room, that's where the facility is. They're both small as well, but it's there. Say I needed it, which I don't think I would.
I asked them about putting a shower in when we had a new bathroom done a few years back, and they said, "Oh no, we can't do that. We've got to keep it with the bath in case the people that move in after you have got children." And I'm like, well, so I've got to be in a situation where it might be impossible. You've got to change it all again for me down the line. You can't do it now. No.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, they were arses. They really were. Absolute tosspots.
The thing is, they told me when I moved in that after 10 years, I'll get a new bathroom and a new kitchen. But if I move out and obviously somebody else moves in, it won't be till 10 years after they've moved in that they'll get a new bathroom or kitchen.
I've been here 30 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
They reckon they did the roof, and I keep telling them they didn't. But they came down the street putting a new roof on all the properties. My neighbour, which was bought, said, how about doing ours while you're doing hers? So they left me and went off and put my slate somewhere else. So I didn't get a new roof. And now they're turning around saying, well, it was only done so many years ago. And I'm like, no, it fucking wasn't. It's falling off.
Well, they'd only need to go up there to have a look at the tiles, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, occupational therapist involved. That's what you need if you want to, like Jeanette says, it's an occupational therapy. You need to get an occupational therapist involved. Yeah, Roger, all the properties seem to tend to have bigger rooms. My kitchen's big. I do have a big kitchen, but my living room's small. But my 2 bedrooms are big as well. Yeah. One moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. What we got? Okay. Shabunkins. Pretty ones. You go fishing in your own garden pond. When I moved in here, so about 30 years ago, it was a case of the people that were here before me. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to swap. Can't be asked to sort everything out and pack it and move it. Yeah, people in the, at some point before me had a pond in the garden, and I kept getting frogs for years. They were coming back to their pond that wasn't here anymore. The kids thought it was great, but yeah, it was ever so strange having frogs in the garden and no pond. Obviously, one of the previous tenants had kids, and they brought the frog spawner home, and then somebody filled it in because there wasn't one when I got here. Was I think I won 13 quid a fish. I suppose that's not that bad. Price of things these days. you're okay on these home swappers and things like that. If somebody wants to go where you are, it's like you say, if everybody on the island wants to get off and nobody wants to move out there, I'd love to live in the middle of nowhere, but I'd hate it as well. So that's why I say I'm not interested in going anywhere. I'm staying here. It's convenient.
Mike was off there. I've told you before, I'm isolated out here because there's not many buses, only twice a day that comes through here. But the way things are going now, I think that I might just stay here.
Have you ever? Is there a reason why you don't drive, Joan?
I get nervous round roundabouts. I can drive, but I just can't do roundabouts. And roundabouts.
I think you would if you got the practice in. I think you'd cope because everybody panics at roundabouts when they first start.
Yeah, but I've had the few lessons, and I just panicked. Like I failed one test many years ago, but that was due to signalling, and I was okay because there weren't as many roundabouts on the island then. But you got roundabouts everywhere on the island now, and especially going to Bangor. It can be a nightmare. And
I'm singing that song in my head now.
What's that?
You've named Bangor. I am singing that song. Didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Bangor?
Isn't that going on about the Irish Bangor though? There's bugger all in this Bangor. It is nice round here, but it is isolated because there's no pavements about anywhere, and the way the cars they speed through here, and they're only small lanes, small roads, I should say. Plus, I've crashed into a petrol pump once.
How did you manage that?
Well,
how did you manage that? Come on.
Well, I'd only had the card about a quarter of an hour. I'd just bought it off my brother. It was a heap, it was. But he'd managed to come from, where was it? Doncaster in it. And so I thought it was okay. And apparently it had passed its MOT. So I drove it into a forecourt. And I tried, turning the steering wheel, and it just wouldn't turn. Then it wouldn't brake. So I went into a petrol pump. Didn't do a lot of damage. Only raised it that much. Say off the forecourt thing. Yeah, 8,000 quid.
Ouch.
Well, I didn't pay insurance, did? I'd only been on it for a quarter of an hour.
No, because that's what I've always said. If I was living in the middle of nowhere, I'd have to drive, because you can't survive without your own transport. Public transport just isn't good enough. Like you say, couple of buses a day. How do you do anything? It's you can go out as long as you catch that first bus, and you can come back on the last one, but that limits you to that time slot.
Exactly. But things are better now because my son has just had a car. So he takes me shopping once a week. So things have improved there, which is why I'm changing my mind about moving.
Yeah.
So, because like I say, you know, being out in the country would be the safest place soon.
Yeah, driving around lanes isn't good though. If you meet somebody doing 60 coming the other way and there's nowhere to go.
No. Oh, I've been a lot of near misses, mainly with tractors around here, because they drive like, I don't, bats out of hell around here in tractors. And not only are they breaking the speed limit on the tractor, they're texting as well.
Oh yeah, I can believe it.
They're the most dangerous ones, actually, on the road around here. And then you got the school traffic with the mothers with a car full of kids, a coffee in her hand, a steering wheel in the other. I've seen that. You know, these and the 4x4s and stuff. There's you got a lot of nice big houses around here. They're spaced, few and far between.
I don't know which is worse. So living in the middle of nowhere with all that going on around you, or living somewhere like we do with all that going on around you, because there's twice as many, 3 times as many of them on the road. It gets ridiculous out there sometimes. Really does.
The thing is, as well, we've got a lot of people in the big houses around here are builders. And so when they have a day off or when the weather's nice, there's nothing but banging and electric saws and electric equipment going off.
You get that everywhere though. You get that absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I had a nice quiet afternoon in the garden. If it's not the guy over the back doing his extension, he's finished now. If it's the weekend, there's the guy that side over there that's a football fanatic. So there's the kids with their trampoline, squeak, 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 squeak. So yeah,
That's interesting.
What's that?
JW's comment.
Which Keir Starmer petition is it, JW? And good evening, by the way.
Evening. Answering Gary's question here. Have you ever heard the spider make noise like it has claws? No, but I've heard one crawling about as if it's thudding, as if it's got like big boots on. Get lots of spiders around here. No, God, though, I shouldn't be allowed on the road.
Right. I've just Googled change.org. I have. Demand change. Keir Starmer step down now. 124,445.
Well, that'll have to be read out in Parliament, won't it?
To the Labour Party leadership, we, the undersigned citizens of Great Britain, express our deep concern regarding the recent actions and statements made by Sir Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party. We believe that his leadership has been divisive and detrimental to the party and the country as a whole. Reasons for our call: lack of effective leadership. Sir Keir Starmer's tenure as leader has been marked with indecisiveness, lack of clear direction, and failure to effectively communicate the party's vision. Failure to address the Southport murders. The brutal murders of 3 innocent little girls in Southport demand urgent attention. Sir Keir Starmer's lack of action and empathy in response to this tragedy is deeply concerning. Intensive remarks. His recent characterisation of concerned citizens as far-right thugs is unacceptable. As elected representatives, leaders should engage in respectful dialogue with the public, not resort to name-calling. That's all he can do. Prioritisation of British citizens. We urge Sir Keir Starmer to put the interests of British people first. While it is essential to address global issues, our citizens' well-beings and concern must remain paramount. Our demand. We call for the immediate resignation of Sir Keir Starmer as leader of the Labour Party. We believe that a change in leadership is necessary to restore trust, unity, and a clear sense of purpose within the party. Your voice matters, and collective action can bring about positive change. And then there's a little note. Dear supporters, as we rally together in our purpose of justice, let us remember the 3 innocent little girls whose lives were brutally taken in Southport. Yeah, that's a very nice little note, but it's not just about them. It's about everything that's going on. So that petition has been signed by 9,466 people today. So is it? Have they remanded that Ricky Jones? I know they suspended him, and then he was an ex-Labour MP, but and then he was arrested. So
What's that about a rape of animals, Francis? You going on about that presenter on the BBC? Allegedly. There is someone been jailed for 10 years, hasn't there? A zoologist or something.
what?
For being cruel to dogs and raping them. I think it was on GB News this morning.
So anybody that was out and about has been sentenced, but Ricky Jones has been remanded till September. Why can they not get him before a judge to be sentenced as well?
Exactly. There's 2-tier policing or judiciary or whatever you call it there.
Because by September it'll have washed over a bit. yeah, if anybody wants to sign that petition, it's on change.org. Oh, definitely Gordo. There was quite a few people that were on that video that should be facing the beak.
One of them had the amnesty top on.
Of course, Gary, not a problem. I can give you the link. There you go. I'm my own PA. This is good, this. I have to work twice as hard on my own because this is what I do on Rogers. But I think, all in all, I'm going to start winding down because I am getting uncomfortable. I've got nothing to drink. I need to I need to go and make sure Roger's all right. And I think I'm going to have some painkillers before bed. This chair used to be so comfortable.
Mm.
But then again,
Yeah.
I never sat in it for 3 hours solid without moving. I was always getting up and about every hour or so to go downstairs for a cigarette.
Cigarette? Oh, you
Sue. You
Oh,
Sue.
sorry. Yeah. How are you with them now? Are you
Still,
winding down? Are you winding down?
yeah, this is, I got one of these for us both, which is actually, this is going to be loud, a little whistle. But it's supposed to be a one of these that you just breathe through it. So you're controlling your breathing, but without actually vaping or inhaling anything other than the air that's around you.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But yeah, if you blow it, it's a whistle. It's quite loud as well if you blow it hard.
Yeah. Does it help though?
I don't know. I only got it today. Give it a chance. Gordo, thank you again for coming in. Jeanette, wonderful for you. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you on one of your streams or lives or whatever. I'll come across and see what you do. Thank you, the usual renegades. Gary, lovely to see you. It has been a while. Stitch, as always. It's always good to have you here, and love to little Stitch as well. So so yeah.
And Francis.
Sorry?
I'm Francis.
And Francis, yes, sorry, and Francis, yes, everybody, Moo, and let's see who we've got. So good night, Desert Fox. Good night, Gary. Good night, Gordo. Jeanette. Stitch. Moo's not in the list because he hasn't commented in forever, so I don't know whether he's still there. I don't know why Frances isn't in there. Again, she hasn't commented for a while. But good to see you all. Thank you for joining us. And
Been good.
it's better than sitting watching boring telly,
Yeah.
even if it is a boring live stream.
Yeah.
But hey,
It's not boring.
good to know you're all
Is it-
right.
Is the Olympics still on?
Yeah, it's the the boxing match starting now. Imam Khalif, she is that
Oh, yeah, both
fight
of them.
is, that fight is starting now. This minute, not that I'm going to watch it, but Roger thought he saw something about the boxing medals, so I'd been googling it, and it came up that fight was on a 10-10, so it couldn't have been anything about she losing her medal. The thing is,
Confusing, not these him, she's, isn't it?
but she does look like a bloke. A lot of the photos of her, yet she's quite masculine. But they both do. So, but hey,
It's been good.
I think for people like that, sports is always going to be an issue, and I know it's not her fault. I know it and all the rest of it, but I think it's always going to be difficult, and I think these are rules that need to be clarified, because to be disqualified in one competition but allowed to fight in another is always going to cause issues and make people like us question. But if you know the truth, you can make a informed decision. If you've only got rumours, you don't know what to believe. So the truth needs to come out on all these things, the world of politics as well. So yeah, it's 5-2. I'm calling it. Good night, everybody. Thank you all for coming in and saying your good nights. I'll catch you all soon. And free, safe. Can't even do it properly with wicked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Love you all. Thank you all.
Bye. Love
See you
you.
again.
Bye.
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.